The red flag I don't agree with. Never train with anybody who has made up their own style or they're masters of their own creative style. You know, obviously, one reason why I don't agree with that.
Where them kicks at? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying?
I am 4th degree ranked in my own system, my own variation and take on Taekwondo, with influences from Judo, Kyusho Jitsu, a little bit of Western boxing. And the rank I hand out is Taekwondo rank from Cecil Taekwondo, and I'm not affiliated with anybody. And that is not the only reason why I'm telling you that's not a red flag. I'm telling you that's not a red flag because, first of all, every style that's out here nowadays was made up by somebody. Somebody has to be the point of origin. Somebody has to start it off. The reason why you want to act like it's bad for somebody to train with someone who just came up with their own system is because you're brainwashed. You think that the only way a person can make up a martial art is if they come from Asia. That's what it is. That's what you think. When fighting styles spring up from all areas of the world. I've trained, how many people have I trained with that I know for a fact made up their own system? At least one. My first formal teacher made up his own system, and I didn't get a black belt from him because he was at one point no longer available to teach. I'll just leave it at that. But that's what he taught me is the reason why I can see, because I got kicked in the eye by another instructor. I had the reflexes to bend back like a blade of grass and slip the thing out of my eye, close the eye up, and continue fighting. I learned that from him. The way I do some of my blocks, sometimes I do the Muay Thai block like that, and it hurts people. I learned that from him. He blended Muay Thai, Okinawan karate, and Taekwondo and came up with his own system. Now, where I didn't agree with him, and I told him this when I was a student, is that he didn't do forms. He didn't believe in forms. And you know what? I was like, okay, fine. You know what? I'm going to get a black belt from you, and then if I'm still interested, I'll go learn forms from someone else. He said, if you want to learn forms, go somewhere else. Like, okay. You know what? Fine, Ed. And we did great. You have got to free your mind. You've got to stop thinking that if it's not a quote-unquote established system, that means it's worthless. If there's anything I would say you should look out for in terms of somebody making up their own style, I would say if they never bothered to get a black belt from someone else, if they've never taken any training from someone else, and I even can name an exception to that. Like, again, I heard that my first formal teacher never made it to black belt. I'm telling you now, there is no way you would look at what he could do and what he taught, you wouldn't think that he never made it to black belt. I think he was just a genius like that. You are not allowing for people who are creative or who have just a really good genius level intellect when it comes to martial arts to be able to start something. And you know what? I'm going to list the benefits of actually training with somebody who's got their own creative system. First of all, you know where you need to go to get ranked. Second of all, you probably already know what the requirements for the rank are. Third of all, there are probably very little politics involved because the ranking is done by that person. So you know where you need to train, you know who you need to train with. You've got access to the person that knows how everything is supposed to go. So it really should be easier for you to get ranked. Now, if you and that person that's creating a system just don't click, that's really the disadvantage. But I know you guys want to feel like, well, my rank is recognized overseas and blah, 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 and this and into this and this and into that. I'm not just saying this. I'm telling you straight up. I've worked with people, I've trained with people who've come from independents, big orgs. I've been under independents. I've been under big orgs. Distance learning, up close learning. I'm telling you now, it's all about your relationship with whoever your main instructor is. whether they're affiliated or not. Your work ethic plus their teach ethic is what gets you where you need to be. And they don't have to be in a big organization to give it to you. They don't have to have a super long lineage of training to give it to you. But in return, if they have all that and you still don't work, you don't do your part, you don't practice, you don't come to class very often, you don't try to expand your mind, you don't apply yourself, you're not going to be any good. Okay? I'm upfront with who I am, with what I do, and what I provide. And I don't lie. I don't claim titles that I don't have. I don't claim trophies and saying I studied with people I never met and all this other stuff. I tell them straight up, this is what it is. And you know what? Really, as long as you're honest with people, they're like, oh, okay, I don't really care about that. Because most people that are coming to a rec center or coming to a local level person, they don't really care about all that. They just want to know that you can teach them how to protect themselves or that you can work with whatever needs and concerns that they have. So if somebody is lying, if they're saying they got some kind of secret ninja scroll from some person who you can't verify, yeah, they're lying. Or they never went to a class, they just sat home and read books, and that's how they came in what they did. They never worked out with other people. Then I would understand they don't have any training themselves, but they're trying to train you. That's somebody that's fake. That's somebody that's just making it up. And there's even a contradiction to that, because I heard that there was a judoka, and I cannot remember his name. This is someone a long time ago who mostly learned his judo at first from books. But he came around and was beating up everybody from what he learned from the books, because he was a genius like that. So, but you know what? There are other people who say, I'm a 10th degree because I came up my own way, and they do it. And you know what? I don't have a problem with them. That's what they want to do. Cool. I'm doing what I want to do. They do what they want to do. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with people who like to talk about the martial arts. And peace.